Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. We are Monday the 27th October 2025 and looking at these new Cosmic Legion figures. So from left to right, it's Vellok Speer and looks like Uularia Speer and Orvar. I also have the Lowland Scrapback, the sort of beast, but I'll be reviewing that in another video. I'll probably make it after this if I've got time. I've got a few Mythic Legions, really like them, and I've got most of the helmeted ones for the Cosmic Legions because I like that sort of spaceman look. I love to be all in, just having got the space or the money for them, not of all the other sort of lines, 118 lines in particular, that I collect. So let's get a look at the boxes. So Vellok Speer does look particularly nice. I like that body. Looks very, very cool. And obviously they've used the same body again, or parts in the other figures, just to save down on tooling costs and to make more variety in the figures. It looks very, very cool there. Some info on the back. If you want to pause that, you can read that. And on the back it shows a whole heap of the Cosmic Legion figures, which look really, really quite good, has to be said. Okay, very cool. Let's look at Uularia, the wife, I'm assuming. Looks cool again. And there's the info you've got to pause and read. And the same. That's the scrapback that I've got. I might get this guy. Looks pretty good. I'm quite tempted by him. Look great for your fantasy. I do have the forearm guy here, but I quite like the... Look, I've got one of these guys. I forget which one. I might get some more too. Anyway, I'm sort of mumbling on, waffling on as usual. And then we've got Orvar, who I think looks fantastic with that big head and the big helmet. Alternate head we can see there. Looks to be shorter than the others, which is fine. I like a bit of variety. Oh, see the head sort of looking at this. The angle on pretty good. It's got a sort of piping there. And again, the same on the back. Okay, leave them boxes and set them up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. So here they are. First impressions. Wow. They look amazing. These are some of the best looking action figures you're likely to find. Really, really look fantastic. However, is that the cost of articulation? The fingers in the hands are way too stiff. You're gonna have to heat them up every time to put in or put out weapons. They come with alternate hands, but it just feels like this could have been something truly, truly phenomenal, and it's not phenomenal. They're just not just the wrong word. That they are amazing. They're brilliant because the look, that carries so much weight, but they just could have been phenomenal with better articulation, a bit more malleability in the hands, and hey, never mind. Okay, so accessories, they come with a shit ton of accessories. I haven't taken most out, so I'll show you a couple, then I'll show the accessories in the plastic packaging still. I might have to turn off the light for that on the camera, so don't get any glare. So our first guy over here, the husband, is it Vellok or Vellok? He comes with this great big sort of chainsaw, minigun chainsaw, which you can separate. Yeah, how many pieces? Well, at least you can do that. You can change the attachments around or something. But I think he's not meant to hold that. I don't think his articulation will do it. He must be able to do it two-handed. They wouldn't have done that, would they? But it's pretty nice. His Mrs. Uularia comes with this like buzzsaw thingy, which you can also take the end off. That's two hands, but I guess you might be able to do that with those two handles there. She also comes with this, like, I don't know what that is, like a side torch or lamp or something. They do have lots of connectors. She got the same gun as him as well. Can't connect onto that, but this would fit, I think, on the gun there. But it would fit also on the, see the little holes on the slots on the arm, could go on the arm as well. And then our last guy, let me quickly get his name again, Orvar. If you take his space mask off, his space helmet, you can put this on, that goes on the chest piece and around either side of his head. Looks pretty cool. This massive, great big hammer, which really they kind of that like a jet engine, so it's like a rocket propelled or jet propelled, whatever hammer, like in Battle Angel Alita. He also comes with this different sort of looking gun here, but no drilled barrel. I'm assuming it's a gun, but the back is empty. You could attach things on that. Okay, so we look at the accessories they come with individually in the plastic still. So our first guy, there's his hand, there's a face mask, his head, sorry, head, face mask to go over, and all the attachments. Oh, the same thing that we saw on his wife down there. And the piping. His missus, I didn't put the backpack in on the last guy. So there's the backpack. We'll see that in a second. There's the same gun, not coloured. And she comes with a lot more hands, though, you can see. And I'm not sure, what is that? An attachment there. I don't know what that is for. It looks like a neck attachment, possibly. Maybe another neck attachment to raise the head up. I'm not sure. For this alternate one, maybe. And another face mask covering there, it looks like. And then our last guy, Orvar, again the same backpack, different colour, one pair additional, the same piping, different attachments here, and he's got that other head we can sort of see there too. So articulation, this is what I hope what I said at the beginning is completely wrong. You see I have done some posing with them. I managed to get the gun into the first guy's Vellok's hand. That was not nice. Without hitting his hand up, which I really, really wanted to do. So let's get a look. So it's bring him in. I should say the helmets do come off quite easily, just to pull, but you can also take the clear plastic out. It's also worth noting that on this one, the little square peg things come out his back. That's supposed to be in his back, and this plugs into it on his back, as opposed to it coming out the backpack. So you can see it's actually in there quite stiff. It is working its way loose. I'll say articulation should be close look first, then articulation. Okay. So I only saw articulation on him and the last one, because him and his missus have got the same, the backpack, the same articulation, same body. So close look first of all. Like a Thundercat or something. It does look particularly nice. Beautiful looking figures, really, really nice. See, got all these sort of holes and sockets for attachment, for customizing it. His torch on his arm there. Got all these little things, pegs on the belt to attach things to. Even on the shoulder, very, very nice. So articulation, head. God, that is so stiff. There we go. Left, right. Well, superb up. You can get an uglier underneath there. Down, side to side. Shoulders. See, this is attached above the shoulder, the pauldron, not to the actual shoulder itself. So you can't go all the way around. And then look at lateral. Look. This is reminiscent of a Joy Toy Space Marine before they changed the pauldron type. Look, that's all he's getting. That's just ridiculous. Arm is not straight to begin with, doesn't go straight, and you can bend it to not quite 90 degrees. Hand, and you can turn from the wrist, bicep, no, it's the same. And you can turn, and I can't see any joint in there, or any movement. Trunk is from the waist, so it's a forwards, backwards, small side to side, you can turn. Hips, that's not too bad. Forwards though, the sculpting gets in the way, that's terrible. And backwards, look at that, that's just ridiculous. There is a thigh twist. Knees are a single knee bend, he gets a little bend, is okay because he's a chunky boy. The feet have a small swivel in, swivel out. Good tippy toe has to be said, and a decent dorsiflexation, but there is Oh, there is a boot turn from the joint, but it's a bit stiff on this one here. So he can turn his foot as well. So that's okay, but the arms are disappointing. So quick look at his misses, but I won't do articulation because it's the same. I would look at the shoulder actually, because her shoulders haven't got the same pauldron. She might get further. It's a smaller pauldron. And interesting, her belt has not got the pegs, it's got the belt on. Interesting. Okay, so her shoulder, I mean look, it's just not really anything different to his. It's just not a very well thought out sculpt for the articulation on the upper body. Then our last one, close look and articulation, sort of semi-pose in a sort of a walking pose. It just looks so good. What I'll do for him is I will take the big helmet off. The backpack will go there, obviously. And then I'll put this piece back on. Basically, that goes in there. The little pieces go either side of his head. Like that. So he will lose some head articulation because of that. So head, look left and right, forwards, backwards, not really side to side. Again, his arms won't go all the way around, but they go relatively good movement in there. Again, the lateral raise is just, it's almost pointless. It's like hardly anything. Bicep bend, again, not quite 90. And again, his arms don't go straight. Good turn. Not really a forwards, backwards, not really a side to side. Hands again is on the, just you can turn it around. Oh no, I can see now he has got gun articulation, but that's so stiff and not moving. So the others probably have gun articulation too. Hips outwards, pretty good. Again, forwards is slightly better. Backwards is nothing. Thigh twist, single knee bend. He's got like the worst knee bend. Look at that, it's tiny. And then his feet again. We've got a boot turn. Just be careful, make sure it's loose enough. Really good in and out swivel. Good tippy toe and very good dorsiflexation. So just, you know, on the articulation on a down play, what I said earlier, it's mainly the shoulders that let it down and the bicep bend. Knee bend a little bit, but they're chunky boys in space suits, so we can forgive that. But they just look so good. You could take that head off, but I know you can take it off, but it comes from the neck, it looks like. Okay, it's a slot in. As I say, could have put a smaller head on there, but that ain't really going to work unless you do a lot of customization work. Okay, so let's get a look at size and do just a quick comparison. Bear in mind that 4 horsemen generally are bigger than 112 scale. From recollection, I want to take that back in a second. I think they're more like 110. So let's get an idea. So without the helmet on, he is about 7, just under 7.5 inches, 7.25 inches, around about 18.5 cm. With helmet on, she is around about 7.75 inches, approaching around 19.5 cm. This guy, no helmet, is about 6.5 inches thereabout, maybe a bit bigger, around about 16.5, 17 cm. So let's do a comparison. First, I use a G.I. Joe Classified, not a spacesuit man. This is the Snake Eyes I reviewed the other day in the Snake Eyes and Polar Bear. And yeah, you can see that they are bigger scale. Look at the heads, if anything. Yeah, they're aliens, I know, but they are slightly bigger scale than your G.I. Joe Classified. Now, I will use a Marvel Legend or two for the comparison. The first one, because I think he's just looks fantastic with Mythic Legions. Stick him here. Look at that. He just fits right in because of that sort of bubble helmet and whatnot, and his sort of space zombie look. And his gun arm, and he's massive. So that I think is a much, I think that's a good match. Just got to do some paintwork on him. He'll match really, really, really well. And then I will do one more. Yeah, I'll do which one? I'll do this one. Gargantos, who I reviewed the other day, because he's a big alien. Don't know how I'm going to stand him up there without spending an hour trying to pose him first. And let me see, let's go that way. Oh, Snake Eyes just did a dive. Let's do this one over there. And I just know that is not going to stand up. But you know what? It's okay. Yeah, he ain't going to stand like that. Let's do that one forwards, maybe. You know what? Let me just pause this and pose me back in a second. And here is a masterclass in how not to pose action figures. But you see that actually he would work quite well with them too, because he's so alien, obviously. Yeah, that could work in the right setup. Get a little dye, good background. Maybe add a bit of paintwork to Gargantos. Is it Gargantos? I can't remember half the names of the figures these days. Getting too old. And he looked pretty good with these figures. Very, very cool. And then we'll do one more Marvel Legends. We'll do a bath. Let's stick him here. It could work in the same sort of universe if they crashed on a snow planet or something. Let's see how they scaled there. They are a nice bunch of figures. I mean, as I said, they look so good. But that, all those problems with the it's my hand. Those problems with the articulation, and also the hands being so rigid, really sort of take away from how good they actually look. But that's just my opinion. Now, you guys might not really mind about the time you need to heat up and put weapons in and change and whatnot and so forth. But I do to a degree. Not quite a big degree, apparently. But I do really like these. Okay, this is Awesome Extra Toys. I am signing out. You're saying please like, share, subscribe. I will see you in another video very soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.